Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This your boy, your host, Sands, coming in with another episode on Sands and Friends. Today, y'all in for a treat. I got my roommate in the building, man. Lucius in the building. Lucius was '05 first team All OVC, second team OVC in 2006. In '05, he was third team Gazette All American. Had 115 tackles and 3 INTs that year. My man had 2 INTs his senior year. So roommate get his hands on the ball, man. He get that ball, he gonna scurry to the end zone, man. Y'all welcome Lucius to the building, man. Welcome, Luke. Welcome, brother. How
Welcome.
you how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just glad to finally get back on this thing. Just talk about ball, talk about our relationship, and just get this thing going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're gonna do. And speaking of that, man, the first question I got for most people, sometimes we have an interesting connection on how we met. Sometimes it just kind of come together. So, I mean, basically with our us meeting, it just kind of came together. I know y'all was freshmen that year. We was off campus. You had to live in that dorm that first year. They wouldn't let you get out. So I had my own place. I'm like, yeah, man, I ain't letting nobody move in, boy. I ain't letting nobody move in. And then you and Steve hit me up. I was like, dang, okay, I gotta live with somebody, shoot. And so I say I'm gonna go with my boy Lucius, man. So we became roommates. That's kind of how I remember really meeting you and stuff like that, man. But how you remember about that story of us meeting?
So basically, when I met you, I know you don't remember this, but we was walking in the hallways that was actually in the where we go meet at, basically. And I'm coming out of the meeting room, and I was saying, I think you asked me, was like, man, where they gonna put you at? I say, man, I'm playing linebacker. And you was like, man, no, man, you gonna come over here to this DB room. You just walk on in here. I walked in there in the DB room. Coach Rock came in there and was like, boy, we recruited you to play linebacker. And that's how we met. Basically, that was my first time speaking to you.
I watched everybody highlights, bro. I was involved in the recruiting process heavily on a lot of players, man. I was sitting there and be like, Coach Joe, who you watching today? I go in the Coach Rock office, be like, well, who you watching today? Who you watching film on? Oh, just this kid. He pretty fast. Watch. Hey, Coach Rock showed me the tape on you. I was like, hey, he playing running back, he playing linebacker, he doing everything out there. So I was like, hey, y'all ran like a wing T kind of thing, right?
Yep. Yep, that's
Yeah.
what we ran.
I ran like a wing T, and I was like, "Oh, he's schooling, okay." So I thought they was gonna put you as some running back, but they ain't get you over there. All
Correct.
right. I say so. What NFL player would you most compare your game to?
Um, I want to say Ray Lewis, but hell, Ray Lewis was bigger than me. So I would say kind of like Derrick Brooks to be real, because Derrick Brooks had that mindset, and his mind put him in position every single time. So I figured I was fast back then. I had a good mind on me. I'm like, you know what? If I can learn what they teaching me, I can be in position. And once I start learning the game on a college level, basically I started making more plays than a normal linebacker would, just being out there, being competitive, trying to get to the ball, and just doing my thing. So I would consider Derrick Brooks.
All right. You said like once you got comfortable to college, what was the difference you felt like from high school to college playing linebacker for you?
Difference was really it was just learning it. Back in high school, man, we were just running to the ball. We stayed on one side of the ball. And just learning the game, just understanding what was going on, what they was trying to do, and diagnosing film, diagnosing their offense, learning how to key they certain players, what they would like to do in certain formations, and basically knowing the people that's around me, like knowing what they doing so I can play faster. Because at the end of the day, I had to learn my position first, trust my guys to do their thing, and then basically do my job. Once I did my job, if the ball ain't show up in my hole, being gap sound, I had to get to that ball one way or the other.
Chase it. You gotta chase it now. Y'all heard that, kids? The ball don't come your way. You do your job. The play ain't over. I did my job. The ball still, the whistle ain't blow. Turn and run. That's where them pursuit drills come into play.
Correct.
Boy, we run them pursuit drills. I'm like, man, is they over yet, boy? No, get back out there. Like, boy, them pursuit drills was, boy, they don't know, boy. Get to
They
that
don't
cone.
understand.
And
Yeah,
he
they
picked.
don't understand, man. Get to that cone, get to that man, set the edge, keep going, and you do it right. Guess what? You gotta do it again and keep doing it over and over and over and over. So,
Hey, he better not beat you to that cone. Hey, what? Oh man, I got. All right, hey, bro, run a little slow, bro. We gonna do another one, bro. Don't be. Now you better run. Hey, boy, they put that pressure on you. I love. That's what I love about football, man. What was your childhood like, man? Growing up, where you grew up? West Palm or Boynton? Where you?
so, so my childhood basically I'm from Boynton Beach, Florida. Born in Jacksonville, moved down 3 years old. Growing up in basically in the hood. Shoot, I stayed across the street from the biggest, you know, drug dealer it was around back then. But I had a goal. My common goals was trying to get up out of there, just like everybody else. It was football, go home, school, back to football, go home, and that's what it was for me. I mean, I had an older brother. He was my best friend. He passed away. I'll never forget that day. That just made me keep striving and keep striving and basically just seeing a an outing. Football made it a way for us back then, and that was our outing. It was like we didn't know nothing else but football. Football in school. Yeah, we ran track, we played basketball growing up,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, our biggest thing was is like you want to please somebody growing up. How do you please somebody? Get accolades, get in the newspaper. Once you get in the newspaper, everybody starts seeing you and so forth. The girls start coming around. I mean, we was young back then. So at the end of the day, if you ain't had your name in the paper, you wasn't doing nothing.
What was you doing?
So that's basically what it was growing up, just trying to make a way for our family and get our stuff done because most of us we grew up with no parents. Either it was a mom or dad missing in the household. We had to get jobs, working at my first job was at Target. Target, I would basically go to school, go to practice, go work, get home 8, 9 o'clock, do school work,
Yeah.
11, 12 o'clock, get back up, 6 o'clock, do it all over again.
Yeah. You always had that hustle mentality. I'm like, why this man be going so hard? This man, dog, mind always thinking, man. I'm like, bro, chill out, bro. Dang, I'm finna relax, bro. I'm kicking back. I ain't think about nothing. You like, nah, boy, you need to, boy. Hey, boy, I'm staying home. Stay around home.
Hey, see, that bring back memories now. See that hustle mentality, and that's just basically what it was. That's all that is. Trying to
Yes,
get
sir.
ahead of the next man.
All right. So how you end up choosing EIU? What your recruiting process was like?
All right. Well, I can remember that like it was yesterday. So I was getting recruited by FAU. FAU was 1AA. Coach Schellenberger was there. Then Youngstown State came up to me. I actually went on a visit there. It was 4 boys that was there, basically from Florida. Now, I'm from Florida, didn't fly that much. I get on the plane, I'm sick as a dog. It's cold, it's snowing. I probably remember like 2 things from that visit. Just being sick because they gave me Dramamine. It was too late. I'm throwing up.
Yeah.
And then the 4 boys from Florida, they were like, man, don't come here. It's New York, wherever Youngstown was at the time. It's New York, man. They ain't treating us right. I say, okay, you ain't got to tell me too much. Got on the plane, came back home. Next week, went to EIU. I see about 30 Florida boys up there. I see 30 Florida boys out there. I say, oh boy, what's going on up here?
They
So,
had, all y'all. They had all y'all on the visit too. That on that time.
yeah, we had 30 people, though. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, long story short, we go on the little parties on the tour and so forth. Soon I walk in the hotel room. I see all my name and this and that, and I'm from South Florida. I'm not used to this, So then that just sold me then, and we sat in the that day we was leaving. They called us all in one by one. We speaking to each other. It was like a ladder. Soon somebody commit, yeah, they come out, they're happy and stuff. So it's like almost on my last leg. I'm like, I can't let this opportunity walk me by. They commit, I'm finna commit. And I knew at the time, I'm like, listen, I want to leave Florida. I want to see snow. I want to get used to something different, and just try to see another part of the world, basically. And that's what really made me go to EIU, and really another reason why, because they beat FAU twice. And I'm
Yeah.
like, FAU, 10 minutes away from here versus so many miles. I can go be my own man somewhere
Mm.
else or stay home and get caught somewhere, coming home or whatever the case is. So I just chose to get up out of here.
Yeah, I was a part of one of them FAU winnings. We beat them like 38-10 or something like that. They had done came up there. They had my homeboy from Manatee, Darian Porter. He was a wide receiver. Yeah, we
Mhm.
beat them. We beat them down. So when you got the EIU, how you established like what you wanted to be remembered for? Like what was you working on? Like your purpose and what you wanted to be remembered for, your legacy behind that.
So basically, in all reality, I think my thing was just I kind of got caught up in not the everyday life, but what was the goal? The goal for me was football, get the scholarship or get the
Mm,
degree. Not the scholarship, but get the degree. So really, when I was there, I didn't have a legacy. I just wanted to be the best that I was. I wanted to try to be the best football player because when I was in high school, I was all state like 2, 3 years in a row. I was
mm,
all county in the newspaper. My name was everywhere down south in Florida. So I was just trying to do the same thing I did in Florida up at EIU. And really, when I seen the boys in front of me like Nick Ricks, Fred Miller, um, Jake Meyer, all them boys playing linebacker. I'm like, listen, I can't fall short. I can't fall short. I see them boys doing their thing. Let me do my thing. And you get caught up in, yeah, you want to make it to the league, but I had to worry about what happened then right now. So as far as the legacy goes, I just want to be that person that people can count on in the heat of the moment.
mm.
And that's really what my legacy I thought I left, well, I hope I left that, hey, Lucius wasn't no bad teammate or no bad football player, at the end of the day, because I didn't want to be that person that let the team down.
Nah, you wouldn't let us down, man. I know I let us down one time against Southern in the playoff game. That man had to hit me with a bench route. I was like, boy, they ain't come at me all game, boy. I would sleep out here. Caught that
Man, I'm,
down.
I'm,
Like, bruh.
I'm looking like, okay, this our year. We're going to beat them this year. Man, I say, golly. And then I remember one play, I think they ran like, I don't know if it was seam route. Somebody did something and fell down. And it was like touched. I think it was Ben Brown. That's who it was. It was Ben. They caught something on Ben or something. I said, you got to be kidding me. And they ended up beating us twice.
Yeah, man. Them
So
boys
could never get past Southern Illinois. And they
yeah,
played home. They played us home twice, both years.
then Illinois State too, man. We couldn't get past
Yeah,
ISU, man. Tough,
yeah.
man.
Them too. What that kid name was? Robinson, Laurent Robinson, wide receiver.
All right. That boy was
Yeah,
hell. I see. I ain't really get the full. Like that should have been my rivalry right there. He should have been my rivalry, but it ended up being like Ben and him had a good rivalry. But I had hurt my knee. Like he came in because the first year we played Illinois State, they had a little fast receiver named like Ramon Barber. Man, hit me on
yeah.
a drag. I'm talking about lit me up for like 30 yards on a drag route. I'm like, boy, what the heck? But then my knee was hurting though. That's when I realized like I can't turn stuff on. Like my knee hurting. So then that next year I tried to play Laurent, but my knee was still weak. And then I had a red shirt after that game. I'm like, nah, if I can't guard him right, then I gotta get out of here. I had to PI him because my knee. But nah, that boy was a dog, man. I
Really.
seen I seen that boy do something to Kansas State like crazy. So uh what was your favorite part, man? EIU, man. What was your favorite part there?
Um, I mean, it's a lot of favorite parts, but my favorite part really was shoot. It's gonna sound cliche, but man, really just playing ball. Because we can let loose. You know, we ain't have to be in the classroom. We ain't have to, be all strict up and just going to class, going to practice. It was just playing ball, shoot, walking out there on that field and just looking at everybody. They doing their thing. I'm doing my thing, and we balling. Like it wasn't like we was trash. We
Uh,
wasn't trash, and we was well respected in the OVC. So I remember one time my first game, we had Indiana State, and you see the people in practice, but when game time come, they strapped up. Everybody look like damn Credible Hawk out there. I'm looking at people like they're like, damn, what the hell I was,
uh,
But that's what it was. Them game days, walking on the field, you seeing people, they camping out and all that stuff, cooking food, like man, you don't get that experience, too much. So that's that. It's just that experience. Like they say, when it's over, it's over. Sometimes, honestly, man, I had dreams of me playing football. It's like it won't go away. So it's like I know I ain't the only one. I don't know if I'm relapsing or what.
Hey man,
But
we all man when it end, man. That's the part that something else I want to get on with people, man. Like it's gonna end for everybody, So and I feel like the further you go, the more harder it is to reintegrate back into society too. If you ain't got no businesses or nothing, so that's some
mhm.
things that I want to push to a lot of athletes and get them to understand why they're younger. Who was your favorite team to play against, man, or your favorite opponent that you just like, man, I'm finna dominate them. I'm finna definitely win.
I mean, my favorite opponent really was like it was EKU. Like it was EKU because I made most of my plays on EKU. Shoot, that interception to kind of seal the game at the end. They ran like it was trips, and they ran like we call it like a go route, a post, and a drag. Man, like we just was making plays one after one, and I think our last 2 years, they ain't beat us our last 2 years. And then it was like, shoot, my second team was J State, Jacksonville State. When we
Yeah.
first went there, man, it was hell on wheels. It was like, golly, who the hell we playing? Like, where the hell they come from?
Yeah.
But we stuck it out. Them last couple of 2 years, we beat them, and we beat them. It was always a good game, but man, we stood in the paint. That last season, 2006, we had to beat them to win the OVC, I believe, and we
hmm
beat them. So at the end of the day, those are my two favorite teams.
And that game you talk about, boy, I had to hit that boy to win the game, boy. Jacksonville
Hmm.
State. That was my favorite opponent would be, man. I like playing against like Sanford, man, like because I like them because they pass the ball a
They
lot.
passed the ball.
They pass the ball a lot. I'm like, ooh, I'm finna get some action, but they'll throw like screens and stuff on me. I'm like, man, I gotta come up and make a tackle. They wouldn't really challenge me though, but I get like a fumble against them because they trying to do some off-brand junk. Like, what you doing, bro? Like, y'all couldn't have practiced that. Who's your like hardest opponent? Uh,
Well, let me,
per
let me ask you something real quick before you
yes,
ask that. What you
go
thought
ahead.
about that boy Cortland Finnegan?
I mean, Finnegan was all right. I think he was talking too much. I think he could have, but hey, he was locking our receivers up though. So
Yeah.
shoot, he was
But
locking our
see,
receivers up.
I asked you that because it's like when we played against certain people, it's like, damn, they made it. But what the hell, like what the hell happened to me? And it just like that's just an example of certain people got certain times, and if it clicked for them right away, it clicked. even though it's like you had a better, like we had a better 4 years, as I should say. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like when I look at my situation, I'm like, man, I'm short. I got a little weight on me now. I'm playing linebacker. Who the hell gonna, like where they gonna pick me up at? What I'm gonna do? I had to keep my same speed to go to the league. And as I got a little bigger, obviously I lost a little speed. I ain't grow no taller. So at the end, my mind was there. I knew the game. But at the end of the day, it's like wherever you fit in, you got to try to get in at. And what I would say with that being said, one thing that I would say that I do regret, I regret coming out my red shirt. And the reason why I say that because I felt like I was rushed. Like, I didn't have no time to really train. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't had no time to train because that last semester, I'm like, well, damn, if I don't finish this semester, then I got to pay for college. Coming from where I came from, who gonna help me pay for college? So that's why I try to preach to all my kids now when I'm coaching. Man, listen, if they're gonna give you an extra year, take it. They're gonna give you another year, take it. Because, my mistakes was I should have stayed in my red shirt, you know.
Why
But I
why
just
you
had to get that out there.
why you came out? Why they brought you out? Or why you came out of it?
I believe somebody got hurt. Somebody got hurt, and it was somebody on defense. They got hurt, whatever the case was, and basically, I was always a team player. I didn't look at it as in kind of like a business decision. It was like, okay, y'all need me, I'm gonna play. And even though I had a solid linebacker core in front of me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do what I thought was right at the time, or whatever the case is, and come out. But had I had somebody, let's say older than me, that was in my corner, that was kind of telling me, hey, you know, don't do it, because I had people in my corner, but they was like, well, the choice is yours. They didn't kind of tell me, hey, like, don't do this or do this because of that. They didn't really give me no decisions or the reasons on why to do this and why not to do that. They just made the decision. They wanted me to make the decision, and I wish they would have, somebody would have did that.
Right. Nah, I had to talk with my dad like that. Like, man, like, tell me, I felt like you should have told me stuff, man. Like, don't,
For real.
like, nah, find out yourself. No, you could have probably helped me avoid certain things. So now, when I talk to people, I try to always talk about what that why is, try to find out what
Mhm.
they why. And definitely, like, I did a speech for him. He got to the Hall of Fame in the little youth center, and he was like, in his speech, he said, I always teach the why. Always, if you coaching, the best coach is gonna get you to understand the why you doing it. Cause then guess what? Now stuff gonna click for you now. If you just tell me to go run through that wall, yeah, I'm gonna run through that wall. But why you want me to run through that wall? Okay, you run through that wall because you're gonna develop this, you're gonna develop that, you're gonna develop toughness, you're gonna okay. Oh, you ain't make it through that, but you hit that mud though, didn't it? Now you see, you can't run through no wall, but you know how hard you can hit somebody now, though. Crazy, but hey, just an example, man.
Yeah.
Uh, the opponent, man, who was toughest opponent for you? The hardest opponent.
Well, the toughest, shoot, obviously it was Southern Illinois. Like we
Well,
couldn't get past them, and I thought when we got past, it was at our last game against them. It was one point where I'm like, okay, we finna go to the second round. And I be damned when we ain't make it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the offense. Somebody gave up a play, and it was like an avalanche, and we could never get past them. And I'm like, they not that good. But it was November. We ain't had Thanksgiving, I guess, home. We was up there. It's cold up there, whatever the case was. And we just could not get past Southern Illinois. So that's what my toughest opponent.
yeah. Well, transitioning from that, man, into your business, man. I know you're doing some coaching. You got your transport business. Talk a little bit about what you got going on business wise, boss man.
So just give you a brief synopsis. Okay. Got a transport business, got a barbershop, I got a food trailer, buy and sell cars. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. So basically my motto always was trying to do for myself. The reason why I say that because I got a degree. Let me show you right now. I got a degree, bachelor's of science in business, right? I ain't doing nothing with that degree. Why? Because to be real with everybody, when you come home, it's certain process and steps that people got to believe in you in order to do that business, whatever the case is. So I felt like when I came home, nobody didn't want to hire me due to the fact that I didn't have the right certifications or experience, whatever the case was. So long story short, I just had to feel like I made a way for myself. And that's kind of what football do for you. It forces you to step up to the plate and do what is necessary to do to get where you got to go. So I basically worked my behind off, saved my money, started my transport company. I put people in place so then they can help me make money at the end of the day, and then I'm paying them good so they can get what they need to get done. Because everybody don't want to be a business owner. Everybody don't want to they don't want to step out on their own. They want to have security. Well, okay, that's cool. So
Mm.
now my transporting business started the barbershop. Whatever money I had of that, I just flipped that and put it into the barbershop. Same goal. Put people in place so then they can make money and then help me make money. And everybody's satisfied. Then I started with the barbershop money. I flipped it over, started a food trailer. I put my mom and them in business, my family in business. Now that food trailer is going. After that, since I ship cars for a living, one of my clients was like, "Hey, listen, what if I can turn $1,000? No, he said 100,000 into 300,000. I said, well,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing? Well, I'm buying and selling cars. I got auction license. I said, okay, cool. What is gonna cost me? It gotta cost something.
Mm-hmm.
So then what I'm doing is I may go to the auction 3 hours out of my one day out of the week. I look for cars and I keep them under a certain amount and I just try to flip a car a week. I'm not trying to be out there and be a whole dealership, but I just put one of my cousins in the game and now we make money together. So it's kind of the same model and it's kind of like copying the right cat. So that's why I'm able to, maintain all my businesses by putting people in place and coaching. Like I can get up and work from 8 o'clock in the morning if I want to, all the
Oh,
way to 2:30, and then I'll go coach from like 3 o'clock to maybe 6. Still have some time, and if somebody called me during the period of 3 to 6, I'll just go ahead and return a phone call. It can be a quick $200, $300, whatever it is, but it's a profit, and I'm doing what I love to do, which is obviously coaching. And my
yeah,
businesses is running themselves at the end of the day. So
automated.
automated.
Yes, sir. All right, that's what's up, man. You got boy cook, barbecue, do hair, what everything. Uh,
Everything.
how they find some of your businesses and stuff like that. Where they
So
find you at?
so basically they can go on Google. Um My barbershop is Boss Brothers. So if you Google that, Boss Brothers Pro Cuts, it's all over the internet. My website for my shipping company is autotransportation.com. It's a good
Mm,
domain. You can go on there. If you're looking for auto transport, you type that in, it should pop right up. You'll find me on there. Um, my Facebook is State by State Transporters. Instagram, the transporter with a Z in there. I couldn't get the right one, so I had to get that Z in there, the transporter. Um, and basically, if you're my friends, you'll see me. Sometimes I go live on there and so forth, but shoot, my Boss Brothers Pro Cuts, 5-star rated, no 4 stars at all. We don't play about our business and our ratings and so forth. Same thing with my companies. Everything on there, if you look that up, you'll see that we have a trend and all we do is try to provide the right service. My food trailer is called Just for You Soul Food. The U is the letter U, Just for You Soul Food. So if you Google that as well, you'll see 5-star rated. And basically we love to strive on keeping our clients happy and just do good business. Because you do good business, it'll come back tenfold. It'll come back around on you. If you don't do it, you'll be out of business in less than, it can take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It
Mm,
can take a month. But at the end of the day, bad word travels fast.
mm.
So
Well, give us a good word, man. What's one lesson you wish, or one piece of advice you wish every kid could know?
I mean, as far as the advice, man, I would say really just keep striving for greatness. I always tell my kids that strive for greatness because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's watching. You never know what outcome you might have on somebody else, whatever the case is. Because if you want to be great, you got to work at it. Like I tell my kids, and this is a saying that I kind of just, I don't know what, I just thought about it. It was coaching football. I was like, listen, I was talking to my defense one day. I said, let this sink in your head. Everybody is not meant to be great.
Mm,
They looked at me was like, what are you talking about, coach? I said, everybody can't be great. So when I talk to them and I tell them, you want to be great today? And it's either yes or no. At the end of the day, and I'm talking about in life in general, on the field, off the field, whatever the case is, if you strive to be great, then shoot, how can you be wrong? How can somebody deny you on anything you do in life? Like,
right.
you got to look at it that way and just you take that with what it comes with. Prepare yourself to be great. You ain't got nothing but a good outcome. Nobody can deny you on doing something that you want to do because at the end of the day, they know what you stand for, what you believe in, and it's motivation.
Yes,
So
sir. Y'all heard the man, man. Y'all heard the man, man. Stand on business, man. What was your most memorable play out there, man? That playing football on any level.
my most memorable play was basically we playing Tennessee Tech my junior year. Coach called Storm, which is the blitz off the edge. I had to rob the hole, and that quarterback ain't know what was coming. He thought he had a hot read, and I was hot reading him. I picked that thing off and ran it for like 40-something yards or whatever it was and scored a touchdown. And basically that was my best play I thought
Uh,
I made because at the end of the day, shoot, we play linebacker. Linebacker made a tackle. You get a pick, then you get a pick to the house, and you score a touchdown. Okay, not the name in the newspaper. You know what that means?
talk about Jay. Hey, hold on. Did you get a fumble return to the crib or something like that too?
I got a fumble return to the crib. I can't think of what game it was actually in,
It
but
was at
somebody
home.
had a. Hmm?
It was at home, right?
It was home. Somebody had a strip or something, and I believe it was in It was going. It might have been Chad Cleveland
It was going
third.
to. It was going toward like the rest of the school, huh?
It
Back
was.
there toward
It
the
was.
baseball.
It Yeah. It was going to the other side, like the what does that be? East. Yeah, east side or something, whatever. To going to
Yeah.
that. No, the soccer. Well, I mean the tennis
Toward the,
courts. Remember it was tennis courts. Something was over there,
it was going
but
toward that. Yeah. I was like, man, I tried to go get that ball. I was
oh
mad.
yeah.
Right now, I'm finna get that. What you do? I say,
Hey,
okay.
you were too slow, man. I'm like the ball rolling. Let me get this thing, scoop and
Hey,
score.
I had to come. I was playing with my receiver. Like, oh, he don't even see this ball. Done got fumbled. Boy, I done got rid of him. I'm like, dang, Lucius on the pad. He just swoop. I say, dang, I was finna
Yep.
get that. I was next in line, boy.
Like
I
where
was
he come from? Yeah, man, it
Lucius.
was all like balls to the wall, man. Balls to the wall defense. And like I said, that it was just fun because at the end of the day, all of us wanted the same goal. We really wanted to be great. And we didn't want to get beat. When you got 11 guys trying to not to get beat, man, it's hard to beat them 10. When we look at, and I fight with Ricks on this.
Mm.
When we look at our defense, whether it was '05 or '06, we had the best defense kind of that came through EIU. Believe it or not, look at the stats.
They better believe it. Well, we had
Look at
all them turn. We were like what? We were first in the nation for a
Yeah,
long
we're
time.
first in the nation.
I think we finished second. Somebody got us at the end, but we were first in the nation, bro.
Yeah, we were first in the nation. We had It was you had your picks. I had picks and turnovers. Then you had Sellers. You had Burge.
And Brown,
Um,
and Brown had picks.
Brown had some picks. Shoot. Even BJ got in there when he did his thing a couple of times. Shoot. Irv was doing good that year also.
We was getting we what they don't know was, boy, we was forcing a lot of fumbles, boy.
Correct.
Like tell them what we was doing to force all them fumbles though. And is you doing that with your boys?
Yeah. So we got the tackle strip, basically
Tackle
tackle
strip.
tackle
Tackle
strip.
strip. That is right there, boy. We was doing tackle strip.
Listen, I tell my kids. Listen, I don't care what we do. Every week we gonna tackle strip because it creates muscle memory. Muscle memory, and it's gonna make you tackle strip. Whether we arm over punch underneath, strip the ball out, all of that stuff. You know, we gonna make sure we gonna do it, and we gonna have a turnover circuit. We gonna practice interception, scoop and score, all of that stuff. You know what
Everything.
I'm saying? Cause
Blocking punts.
Yeah, block and punch, all of that stuff. Get off block circuit, everything. We gonna practice all of that stuff, and it's just muscle memory, man. That's all it is. You can have a kid that's below average. If you teach him the game by doing fundamentals, shoot, he gonna step up, and you gonna see his game slowly increase. But
Oh yeah.
we had one of the best. I don't care what nobody say. We had one of the best defense coming out of EIU.
Nah, we had a great defense, boy. I don't think nobody created that many turnovers like that, boy. Like everybody was a turn. Like we went undefeated in the OVC, bro. Like that was
Correct.
crazy. In the
Correct.
next year, did it all again. Like, but UT Martin,
Yeah, UT Martin came. You seen that? I was looking at that game, man. I said, "What the hell? How in the hell we what
Coles,
we no we lost to UT Martin that last year.
bro. We lost to them, bro. We
They
lost
were
to them.
running the ball. They were running the. I don't know who. Oh, I know what happened. I can't
Bro.
say it, but I know what happened.
Interceptions, hey,
Huh?
interceptions. They took the two pick sixes, boy. Uh,
Two pick sixes. Then we were short. We were short on defense at certain positions at times and so forth. And it was one of them mud games. Like we playing backyard football. I'm like, y'all got it. And it was a sleeper game. It's one of
they
those sleeper games.
they was not throwing the ball, bro. They did not have to throw, bro. They was just pounding the rock, bro. Donald Chapman had like so many.
hmm
Hey, I think he broke 100 on us that day.
Yeah, a little bowling ball, little what you call it.
Got the
I'm gonna
ball
tell you
so
a game. I'm gonna tell you a game that was tough too. I don't know. Did you play that? Did you play with us? BYU?
yeah. BYU, I got a pick. What? I got a pick.
Man, that game was a blur to me. I don't know why, but I don't know, man. Them damn Mormons, boy. It was boy. We
What
went
about
up in
them?
the mountain. Hmm?
They had them big old gaps in between. I'm like, ooh, my boy's finna get some sacks. Boy, they were blocking the. They was like,
Hey, I don't know what that was, boy. They were hitting us left and right. Like, golly. I ain't never seen nothing like that besides when we played Hawaii. But BYU was, boy, they was something different. And I forgot what dude they had. They had a dude. Um, damn who it was. I can't think
huh?
of his name, but was you ain't play Hawaii with us, did it?
BYU too. They had BYU
Best?
had John Beck.
John Beck. That's who it was.
They had John Beck. They had the wide receiver, bro. They had a wide receiver that went to the Broncos or somebody or the Patriots.
hmm
He caught the pass. He caught the corner route on me. I was like, what? white boy did that to me. I forget. And then hey, that white boy was in the lead, bro. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that now. I forget his name though, but
Yeah.
BYU. And
BYU.
they had Ty Watkins, the wide receiver too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why.
And then we played Hawaii. Cole Brennan. They had the best kid, and they had somebody else. It was like 2 or 3 receivers. Then they had that thing on Mahu Tafu or whoever he was that 300-pound fullback.
Hey, I hit him one time. Boy. They ran a cover. We was in cover two. They ran an option, and the quarterback kept it. I said, "I'm finna light you up." Boom! I hit him. He like, I'm like, that man big as that. Well, hey, I thought I could hit some people though. I tried my best to tear some people up,
Yeah.
but that and it was like, okay, pat my helmet like, okay, you tried to hit me. That kind of hurt a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. I was like,
Yeah.
it didn't. It looked like it did nothing to you though. But he was like, if I come around here, like he gave me that look, like if I come around here again, boy, you mine. I'm like, nah, leave me be, bro, leave me be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he said, what you did in the Illinois game? What you did? You did something in that Illinois game?
Listen, Illinois game, boy, I was trying to come for their head that game. Clint got hurt. I'm like, man, I got to do something. So I got it on film. Actually, I think it was, who was not, yeah, Rashad Mendenhall. They ran like an option. I think Juice was in the game at one point. I tried to kill him too, but
Yeah.
they had, they had Juice was in the game. I sent you a clip on it. It's on there, but
Okay.
they did an option. He had to get the first down. I was on the backside of the play. My was running so fast, I tried to light his ass up on the sideline, but we kind of just, we coming, and just went like that. But that game, it was like that was a hype game for me because it was in state, and obviously you want to try to make a name for yourself. You want to get on the map, and
Mm-hmm.
they had a three-headed monster. It was Rashad Mendenhall, E.B. Halsley, and Pierre Thomas.
Mm,
Now, who was the thing that all two of them was gonna make it to the league?
mm.
So we played some good competition that year.
We,
And I believe we played good competition because we was trying to get past, we was trying to go further in the playoffs, basically. You know.
yeah. Nah, that BYU, we played BYU, we played Illinois, I played a lot of them big schools, man.
Mm-hmm.
Played a lot of them
But
big schools. We ain't short on no, hey, we weren't short on talent. We was just short on the amount of players with the amount of talent that they had. Like they had not more talented players. They just had more numbers of talented players than we did. Like we got,
listen,
I don't know how to
I'm
explain.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. They
Yeah.
had bigger bodies at the skill positions than what we had.
Mm,
Get what I'm saying? Like they had, for instance, I'm out there 5'9 3/4" playing linebacker. Just got All American when our offense facing a 6'2" linebacker that can
mm,
kind of run the same speed as me, but that was the difference between our ball and their ball. We got, and don't take it wrong, but we got Norris Smith playing running back versus a Pierre Thomas, which is a little bit bigger than him,
mm.
you know. Um, and that's just, to me, that's what it was. Our lineman was we was getting down and dirty with them, but it was
Yeah.
just every now and then they would seal somebody in or reach block one of our linemen. Now,
Mm,
if they get to the second level,
yeah.
it's like, okay, well, how many linebackers we had that game? When you just look at it, Clint go down, somebody else had to come in, and that somebody else probably didn't really think that they were gonna play that much that game either.
Well, I
So it's
mean,
like, then you had Don, he was just coming on the scene. If
yeah.
you remember, he had just, cause the year before it was Mo,
Yeah.
Jamar,
Ma.
So, and then Don, that was his first, he came in the spring, but that was his first game on the scene. You
Yeah.
know,
He came on later though.
yeah, he came on.
Came on later. What about them parties at the house though, boy? What about the
Oh
damn
man.
We had that set up the whole thing, boy. But the flow about to catch in. We about to be able to wash it and dry. Boy. This dang landlord finna kill me, boy. You know,
I don't even know who idea that was. It would had to be my idea. Cause I think I was looking at the money like, oh man, we can make some money. Like, we I don't know, we did what we did, and then the crazy part was when Norris and T Best moved upstairs, we started making the upstairs, downstairs. I said, our poor neighbors, boy, I know they get tired of us. Hell, but them house parties, man, that was our club. At the end of the day, we had fun, we did what we did, and, and
hey,
basically,
hey,
shoot,
there was so many people in there. I'm like, bro, what, bro? We finna break the flow, bro. No, bro, this flow finna catch. I think the Q house flow came.
yeah, caved in.
Boy, we finna be in the basement, boy. I don't want to do it. So, but nah, I had did the
One thing I do remember, uh, I remember when we used to go to our mall was Walmart basically, and I
yeah,
never forget. I think that I don't know what you were cooking, either pork chops or ribs. No, pork chops.
yeah,
Your favorite dish was pork chops, macaroni, and then you used to put the butter and let the butter. I'm gonna let the butter sit on the pork chop and just let it marinate. See, boy, you
yeah.
ain't learned this. You ain't learned this back home.
I'm a baker too, ain't
Yeah, you gonna bake them. Ain't nothing fried.
I? And I'm finna bake everything, all the meats. I didn't. I remember one thing. I remember, boy. I was cooking them. I was T Best them had to move upstairs. I was cooking them steaks, boy. The boy had to walk past the door. I had the window open because I had to smoked it out. Uh, Smoking. Best came by, say, "Boy, what you cooking in here, boy? Shoot, boy, I'm gonna have to get a plate." So I had done. He had then came down there. No, none of y'all wasn't there. You wasn't there. Norris wasn't there. So I say, "Shoot, bro, come down and eat. It's about to be done." But man, we took care of everybody, man. I remember you made them. You was trying. Well, when your mama came down, she made them salmon croquettes. Boy, them what we they know what we had. Comfort is what we had.
Oh, comforters. We had comforters because I told her, I said, Mom, when you come in, you gotta make some comforters. Shoot. Boy, she made them things, boy, we was in there eating good.
You
Them
was so
good
happy.
old southern. Hmm?
You was happy to have them, boy. I
Yep,
said,
yep.
boy, he happy, boy. Them comforters. I said, I ain't never had. But yeah, man, that was about all I had. Shoot, man, I just want to give my dog flowers because after having to look back at it, we've been roommates, so you know all kind of things about me. But looking back over them stats, man, I was like, okay, my dog was balling, roommate was balling. I remember we used to talk back and forth from the room about what we gonna do and visualizing and stuff before that. So people weren't privy to the stuff that we was doing, man. They wanted to. They like y'all house was balling. I remember one time like they was like y'all whole house balling. I'm like yeah, nigga, we planned on that. They like they ain't know what was going on, man. So the other teams was in trouble, man. But nah, man. I appreciate your time, Luke. I'm gonna let you get back to the game. I ain't got nothing else for you, but man, we're gonna catch up and link up again, man. And y'all know where to find all them businesses at. Go back. I'm gonna have to try to drop the tag. So, but yeah, man. Anything you want to say? Getting up out of here, bro?
Yeah, man, no, I appreciate you, man, for everything that we did in life together. At the end of the day, it ain't like it's over with. Shoot, we are well over 40 years old. Relationship still there. That's a good thing because you never know what you find in the future, where to take you at. But all those talks that we had, the stuff that we learned together, everything that we did together, all of that good stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always here, just a phone call away. Um, and shoot, I'm looking to help this thing grow whichever way I can and get this thing rolling. I mean, because like I told you before, I want to see you succeed no matter what at the end of the day. So we gonna work together. We gonna keep it going. Um, and shoot, no, I appreciate everything that you did in the past for me and everything that you're doing now. At the end of the day, just got to keep striving for greatness and let's keep this thing rolling.
Yes, sir. My stepdad had done called me in the middle of the show, but man, it cut off. But I edited those two up together, and hey, everything gonna be good, man. But I appreciate all that, man. Love, man. It's all love on this side, my brother.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right, win them bets.